friends, as you can see, we are missing a whole fender on this side of the Jeep. We're preparing to install the new highline fenders. Now, we painted them, we got all the inner fenders parts, we have everything ready to go, except the actual install, which is what we're going to do tonight. Well, night for me, we'll see when you guys watch this. We have to do some modifications, I'll show you that here in a second, but the end goal is to have this fender completely in tonight as much as we can. And if I do a good enough job and stay up late enough, I'll reward myself with going out and looking at the lunar eclipse, lunar eclipse, I believe it is. And I'll take you guys with me for a short period. So it's about 8 o'clock now, and that happens at 1:40. I have to leave here at 1:45 so I can go ahead and take a look at it. So it's gonna be a late night. We got a lot to do. Let me show you the modification we have to do, and we'll get into installing the fender. So here's what we have. This is the driver's side. Now the fender comes down this wall against the tub. It's going to come up at a pretty sharp angle here because we're increasing this distance between the rear of the tire and the tub from our clearance. Comes up at a really high line and then goes to the grill. Now, normally this isn't a problem for a lot of Jeeps. They're easy to install, but we have this special guy here, which is an ABS unit. We're not necessarily a fan of it. I'm not married to keeping it, but since we're trying to get this on the road in 2.5 days, we're going to leave it here for now. When we put new axles in, we'll deal with it at that point. But for now, it's too much work just to remove it. It's fine as is. Now the problem is mounting it. And here's my idea. So this is the original bracket. This goes between the tub right here and the original fender. It's a support. But we don't use this for the new fenders. However, what I thought I'm going to do is just kind of hack this down to make it fit behind the fenders. And then it can support this, this ABS module pretty well. I think the first thing we're going to do is try to figure out where we're making all our cuts. Try to be as consistent as we can, just so it looks nice. This looks like 2.5. Okay, so that's what I think the plan is. Just going to make a few cuts on the bottom, cut on the side here, and cut on the side here, and then take this piece and shove it further in. And then tack weld it back together. I think that'll do what we need to do. Although I do need to mark this piece. Oh, this is awkward. All right. Now the last part is this piece. This is the tray that sits on top that bracket. It's technically a battery tray, but Jeep uses it to mount accessories to. We're going to cut, hopefully, that line right there, and that's going to give us a spot to actually sync that ABS module to. At least, I hope. Alright, that's where the bracket goes. And then we're thinking this plate can go right up here like that. And we cut it just so that 2 bolts go into this bracket here, or from the plate into the bracket. And then we get 2 nice holes for the ABS module to mount. And that should, well, that should kind of hold it. I'm debating whether or not we actually have to put anything here, because this is a short-term deal. I think once it's all bolted up, probably be strong enough just to hold the module. I don't know, this bracket wobbles a little bit. But I think it's because the 2 bolts down here are missing, so we'll just put those in. Okay. Now the hard part. How am I going to get this back on by myself? think what I'm going to do is start bolting it back. Get these ones all started. And then I'll just work my way to the front. So you can see we've made enough, well, hopefully enough down here. I didn't notice that. If I have to cut more off that I will, but we've made enough clearance down there and right here, but it's that ear might be a problem. So we might just see if we put 2 wrenches on that and bend that down out of the way. This, I thought I cut enough back, but I didn't realize they bolted all the way down here. Now it looks like it's not going to be enough, so might have to take something and pull that back too. Okay, now because this Jeep was not only rolled, but also had a front impact, the grill's all tweaked around, so we're gonna do our best to just kind of force it back where it should be. Ooh, that may have done it. Oh, I think we got it, boys. The threads seem like they're a little boogered up, but I think we got it. Yeah, like that. Winning. Alright, now we gotta figure out how these inner fenders go. So I think this is the right one here. This goes something in there like that. And this guy, does this one go like this? Okay, we're gonna have to bend this bracket. This guy right here. So we can do that carefully. This little guy up in here, this crescent wrench here. See if I can get to hold that plate, and then we'll take my big one and see if we can just bend it right along that line. If we can just bend it down straight, I think we'll be good. Let's see. And then we'll take this big one. Hopefully got enough room to bend, yeah. What am I hitting on down here? Oh. There we go. Easier when you're not hung up on a brake line. There we go. Alright, this top fender. Let's get this going. So this guy is going to go under. Like so. Alright, we're going to try to cheat here a little bit. Since we only have 2 hands and this is a 4-hand operation. Alright, what we'll do is we'll drop all the rest of these in the holes and that'll keep it aligned as we tighten things up. Now you are supposed to be able to assemble this inner fender and then stick it in there after the fact, but because of the amount of stuff we're moving around and because this body isn't straight to begin with from the rollover, we're going to go piece by piece. Alright, we're going to have to do some thinking. Fortunately, I don't know that we're going to get this ready in time for the event, but not only do we have the problem up here with this not really lining up like it's supposed to, the other problem I have is this actual ABS unit is completely in the way, even with the bracket cut back. I thought we'd have room, but I misunderstood how far back this inner fender actually comes. And because of that, unless I have it in the wrong spot. No, I have it in the right spot. And because this comes so far back, this piece seems like it has to come in here at an angle and actually sit angled like that. When it does that, there's no way it's missing this. It's bound up against the ABS unit, which is unfortunate. I have to do some thinking on that. Well, I'm a little defeated and I'm starting to get pretty tired. So I think we're going to have to remove the ABS unit completely. There's just not enough room in there. When this rear plate here, when I bolt that plate up, there's no room for it to go and it butts completely against that ABS unit. And then I can't get the angle right to get the bolts in. And then that messes up the angle in the front here, which is, I think, why it's not bolting into the radiator or the grill. And when you start having compound angles and things stop fitting correctly, then you can't quite see what's going on. So I think most of my problems is due to that rear piece. So we're going to end up having to remove the ABS unit. That means I got to do something with the brake lines. So we'll probably get new brake lines. I could try to bend these ones, but then the fact remains still, I have to mess with the proportioning valve. These ones, because the ABS unit, they only have 2 lines that come out, where I need a valve with 3. There is a nut on the back, but then I need an adapter to go in there, and I just don't know if it's worth messing with. So I'm just going to pick up a proportioning valve, pick up new brake lines. We'll do it right. We won't try to rig it up so it makes it a PVD. So this Jeep, unfortunately, will probably not be going, only because we have 2 days left, and I can't buy those parts here in the area that I live. I have to order everything. But we're still going to keep working on it. It needs to get on the road because we need to go have fun in this thing. It's going to be a really, really fun Jeep when we're done with it. So, if you have any ideas on what I can do here, if you have any recommendations, I also need to figure out an airbox. I think I have a solution for that, but if you have an idea, let me know. But I'm not putting them into the cowl. I don't want to do cowl intakes. I don't want to do it. There's a noise issue that I'm not fond of. So, if you guys have any ideas for anything else, let me know. Still a lot of work we have to go. Let me know what you'd like to see done to the Jeep. I'm taking ideas. I think it's going to be cool. So with that, guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next video.